Good morning, students. Last class we finished the thermodynamics chapter. In this class we will start kinetic theory of gases. Small chapter, kinetic theory of gases. First in this, write the formulae all of you. So formulae. First one, gas laws, Boyle's law, Charles first law, Charles second law. What are that? P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2. That is Boyle's law. Next, V1 by T1 is equal to V2 by T2. That is Charles first law. Next, P1 by T1 is equal to P2 by T2. This is Charles' second law. These are gas laws. Next, second one, ideal gas equation. PV is equal to nRT. N will be number of moles, R will be gas constant, T will be absolute temperature. We can write it as small m by capital M into RT. Small m will be mass of the gas, capital M will be molecular weight of the gas. Here where R value will be equal to Kn, this is Avogadro number, Kb will be, Na means Avogadro number, Kb will be Boltzmann's constant. Okay. Next, third one, mean Ke of the gas per mole is equal to 3 by 2 PV. Mean Ke of the gas per mole, that is 3 by 2 PV. This is equal to 3 by 2 RT. This is 3 by 2 Kb Na into T. Here R is equal to Kb into Na. For 1 mole of the gas, PV is equal to RT. R plus Kb Na, so 3 by 2 Kb Na into T. Okay. Next, mean Ke per molecule they will ask. Mean Ke per molecule. So this value E is equal to 3 by 2 Kb into T. Bring this N to the side. Then that will be mean Ke per molecule 3 by 2 Kb into T. Next, on the velocities of the gases, formulas will be there. What are that? See. Next, fifth one, different speeds of gas molecules. Different speeds of gas molecules. First one will be root mean square velocity. This will be RMS velocity of the gas. What is the formula is Vrms is equal to square root of 3p by rho. This is pressure, this will be density. RMS velocity of the gas. RMS speed of the gas, whatever it may be, root of 3p by rho. So this value square root of rho, this is density is equal to mass by volume. Then volume will come to the numerator 3 PV by small m. Okay, PV is equal to nRT. So from that 3 RT by capital M. Okay, and so this value again 3 KT by small m. So these are the different formulae for finding the root mean square velocity of the gas molecules. Next, another one will be most probable speed. Okay, VMP is equal to square root of 2p by rho. So this is square root of 2RT by capital M square root of 2kBT by small m. Most probable speed, RMS speed. Next, average speed. V average is equal to square root of 8p by pi rho. So this value 8RT by pi m. This is again square root of 8KT by pi small m kBT by. Okay, these are the different formulae for finding the average speed of the gas molecules. If we find the relation between this, so here RMS speed will be more, V RMS speed value that will be greater than V average speed. This will be greater than V most probable speed. So the relation between this is V RMS greater than V average greater than V most probable speed. Next, last formula. Mean free path of a gas molecule lambda means, what is meant by mean free path means the distance travelled by a gas molecule between two successive collisions. The distance travelled by a gas molecule between two successive collisions, that will be called as the mean free path. Lambda is equal to 1 by square root of 2 pi n d square. This is the formula where d is equal to diameter of molecule, n is equal to number of molecules per unit volume, number of molecules per unit volume. So these are the different formulas in this lesson. These are enough. We'll start doing the problems in this lesson. Okay. Now see the page number 396. First question. What they are asking, see, the temperature of a gas contained in a closed vessel of constant volume increases by 1 degree centigrade when the pressure of the gas is increased by 1%. The initial temperature is, when temperature of the gas is increased by 1%, pressure on 1 degree centigrade, pressure of the gas is increased by 1%. What is the initial temperature? So, P proportional to T, delta P by P is equal to delta T by T. Here, pressure increased by 1% means delta P by P is equal to 1 by 100. Temperature increases by 1 degree centigrade means delta T is 1. So then T value we will get it as 100 degree centigrade. Increase na, this is, we can consider it as 100 Kelvin. So T value will be 100 Kelvin. So first question, it will be fourth option. Okay. Next, second one you see, a perfect gas at 27 degrees centigrade is at constant pressure, is heated at constant pressure so as to double its volume. The increase in the temperature of the gas will be. So gas is there at 27 degrees centigrade. When its temperature increases, its volume becomes double. What is the increase in the temperature? Okay, so V1 by T1 is equal to V2 by T2. This is V, I am assuming 27 degrees centigrade means 300 Kelvin. Volume becomes 2V, find T2, then T2 value will be VV, both sides will cancel. This will be 600 Kelvin. Then what is the increase in the temperature? T2 minus T1, 600 minus 300. This value will be 300 Kelvin. So, 300 Kelvin or 27 degrees centigrade na increase in the temperature of the gas. Yes, they are asking in terms of degree centigrade. You do one thing. This is 600 Kelvin means 600 minus 273, 327 degrees centigrade. So, T2 minus T1 is equal to 327 degrees centigrade minus 27 degrees centigrade. This will be 300 degrees centigrade. Difference in the temperature in the Kelvin scale, in the Celsius scale, both are same only. Okay. Next, third question. 1 mole of an ideal gas is taken from A to B, from A to C and then back to A. The variation of its volume with temperature for the change in the change is shown. The pressure at A is P naught, volume is V naught, then internal energy. Internal energy will depends on the temperature. Already repeated question this is. Internal energy will depends on the temperature. So if you compare B and C, at B temperature is less, at C temperature is more. So at C more internal energy will be there than at B. If you compare A and B, both are at the same temperature. So A and B will be at the having same internal energy. So third question, third option will be the correct answer. Already thermodynamics, same problem is came. Third question, it will be third option. What to write for the third question? Internal energy. Depends on temperature. Okay, so A and B are at the same temperature. Since A and B are at same temperature, they have same internal energy. Okay, so third question, it will be third option. Next, fourth question. 1 gram of ice at 0 degrees centigrade is mixed with 1 gram of steam at 100 degrees centigrade. At thermal equilibrium, the temperature of the mixture is. So, 1 gram of ice at 0 degrees centigrade and 1 gram of steam at 100 degrees centigrade are mixed together. What is the, in thermal equilibrium, what is the common temperature? That is the question. After this 1 gram of steam will convert into next 1 gram of water at 100 degrees centigrade. Next stage, steam at 100 degrees centigrade will convert into water at 100 degrees centigrade by releasing some heat energy. How much that is? 540 calories of heat. It will give to the surroundings, and its next stage will be this one. This 540 calories is absorbed by this. Then again, what is its next stage? 1 gram of water at 0 degrees centigrade. To convert this into 80 calories is required. Again, its next stage will be 1 gram of water at 100 degrees centigrade. For this, how much heat energy will be required means mc dt 1 into temperature difference 100 minus 1, mass 1 gram, specific heat of water is 1, temperature difference 100 minus 0. This is 100 calories. If 80 plus 100, 180 calories is there, then this 1 gram of ice will convert into 1 gram of water at 100 degrees centigrade. But it is releasing how much energy? 540 calories of heat it is releasing. So, what is the thermal equilibrium? What is the common temperature means? That will be equal to 100 degrees centigrade. Again, what will be its next stage? 1 gram of steam at 100 degrees centigrade, but that much heat energy is not there already. If to convert this again, 540 calories is required, but already 180 is wasted, 540 calories is not there, so it won't convert into steam. So in thermal equilibrium, what is the common temperature means? 100 degrees centigrade. Okay. So that is about the fourth question. So fourth question, answer will be fourth option. Clear? Next, See the fifth question. What they are asking. Water is heated from 0 degree centigrade to 100 degree centigrade, then its volume. First it will decrease, later it will increase. So fifth question, already repeated question this is, due to anomalous expansion of water. First volume will decreases up to 4 degree centigrade and later it will increases. Fifth question, it will be third option. Next, sixth question, mean energy of a molecule of an ideal gas 3/2 kT. So sixth question formula, that is, it will be 3/2 kT. Okay. Next, seventh question, what they are asking, see. Pressure of an ideal gas is increased by keeping temperature constant. Kinetic energy of the gas molecules. Kinetic energy of the gas molecules, this is 3/2 RT. Keeping the temperature constant, they increased the pressure. When pressure changes, what will happen? Volume will, pressure increases, volume will decreases, but their product will remains as the constant. So there will be no change in the kinetic energy of the gas. Is it understanding? If you take the formula 3/2 PV, when pressure changes, automatically volume will also change, but this product will remains as the constant. If you take this formula, if you take this formula, temperature remains constant, already R is constant, there will be no change in Ke. Okay, because temperature remains constant. So seventh question, it will be third option. Clear? Next, eighth, one mole of O2 gas is heated at constant pressure starting at 27 degrees centigrade. How much energy must be added to the gas to double its volume? So volume is increased. How much heat energy we have to increase at constant pressure? This is also repeated question. Somewhere we got this question. So V1 by T1 is equal to V2 by T2. So volume doubles. So V by 300 is equal to 2V by T2. T2 is equal to 600 Kelvin. Okay. Then how much energy is required? Du is equal to Ncp dt. Okay. So N into Cp value gamma R by gamma minus 1 into T2 minus T1. Number of moles will be 1. And gamma value will be 5/3, that is 1 mole of diatomic gas. Okay. So 5/3 or 7/5? 7/5 na? So 7 by 5 r by 7 by 5 minus 1 into 600 minus 300. So 7r by 2 into 300. So this value 1050r. Okay. 8th question, it will be 4th option. Okay. See the next one. Small chapter this is. Next one more volume is required to finish this. Neat corner, first question, what they are asking, see. Between volume and temperature, they draw the graph. Between volume and temperature, they draw the graph. Graph is like this. Okay. Here slopes of the graphs are, this value is theta 1, this value will be theta 2. Okay. P1, P2 are the pressures. Then what is the relation between P1 and P2? That is the question. For any gas, PV by T value will be constant. For any gas, PV by T is equal to constant. So then V by T value will be proportional to 1 by P. V by T value proportional to 1 by P. So the slope of this graph will be equal to V by T. Okay. So here tan theta, V by T means slope. Slope is equal to tan theta proportional to 1 by P. Okay. From the graph, what we can say, tan theta 2 greater than tan theta 1. So P2 value will be less than P1 because both are inversely proportionate. Must see, slope V by T is equal to slope of the graph. Slope of the graph is equal to tan theta. That is 1 by P. So tan theta is more, P will be less. Since tan theta 2 greater than tan theta 1, P2 value will be less than P1. So option for this first question will be 4th option. See the next question. Second question, what they are asking, the molar specific heats of an ideal gas at constant pressure and volume are denoted by Cp and Cv respectively. Gamma is equal to Cp by Cv. R is the universal gas constant. Then Cv value is equal to. So Cp minus Cv is equal to R. Already we know the relation. Divide with Cv on both sides. Cp by Cv minus Cv by Cv. R is equal to R by Cv. Cp by Cv is equal to gamma. Cv by Cv is equal to 1 is equal to R by Cv. Cv is equal to R by gamma minus 1. So second question, it will be third option. We'll stop this session now. Remaining we'll continue in the next section.